Hello, good morning. I hope that you're all well and that you've had a good week. It's a very, very cold day in Cornwall today. And as it's only October, we can't put our heating on yet. So it's a question of layers and wrapping up warm. This week, I actually broke the back of my work clothes and it was just so nice to go, whew. And it's been just so nice not to be sort of pulling 11, 12, up to 15 hours a day shifts working. It's been a manic year. When I come back from Hobby House Needleworks, I plan to have a week off where I have lots of very, very long walks with the boys and see some friends, have some, go out for lunch with some of my girlfriends. I'm really looking forward to that. Now, I haven't stitched since summer school back in August. It is the longest I've ever gone in my adult life without stitching. And it's a funny thing, people were saying to me, are you missing it? I was too busy to miss it. For a long time now, I've been pulling very, very long days, often working up to midnight. But all of that came to an end on Wednesday. And on the Thursday, although I worked, I didn't have to rush. And it was just really, really nice. I managed to get out for a long walk with the boys. Like the boys have walked every day, but sometimes it's a very quick walk. But Thursday we had a long leisurely walk. I stopped and talked to people as I was walking, and it was really, really nice to sort of resume the normal pace of my life. I didn't stitch Thursday night. I've got to admit, I just flopped. But on Friday, I did start to stitch, and I'm stitching a little red sampler, and it's very pretty. This is one of the red samplers from Distant Shores. It's a continental sampler, and I will reveal more as she develops. She's got a very interesting border. Very, very pretty. This is going to be my travel project because tomorrow morning I leave to go to London, and then on Tuesday I'm flying with Linda to New York, and very much looking forward to our visit at Hobby House Needleworks. Now, in the week, Hobby House posted a picture of a new travel case they have. So I immediately had to order it, and then they posted a red one as well. So yes, I could not resist. So when I get to Hobby House, those two items are there waiting for me. I'm very much looking forward to doing some shopping. Kathy always has interest in different things. I've been saving since my last visit, which I think is 13 months ago. So I have some pennies to spend. I've used this case so much. It's really, really practical. I love how when you're working with it, you can take this tray out and use it as a work tray. It's really, really good, and it's deep, put a lot in here. But of course it's a little bit too big to travel with, where the travel case is a great idea, sort of like a perfect shape to fit into your handbag or tote bag. Look at this. This was a gift from one of the attendees of the Great British Sampler Weekend, and it commemorates the event with the Union Jack, and it's got a little date charm on there as 2023, a lovely, lovely reminder of the event, and that's beautiful work. Honestly, needleworkers are so kind and so generous with their gifts, very much appreciated and will be treasured. Some things to catch up on. I've been having a lot of questions about a few things. One, and this has come from about 3 husbands. Will I be having some more wooden products in stock. I think there's some husbands that want to buy a few of these for their wives for Christmas. Yes, I have received a really gorgeous supply of wooden products. I've got workstations, scissor spool holders, and bowls with magnetic pin trays in. And when I get back from Hobby House and I've had my week's holiday, I will list them on my website. They do make wonderful presents, but you know what? You don't need to wait for Christmas. You know, these are presents that you can treat yourselves to. Really beautiful. So about 2 weeks after I get back, these will be listed on my website. I've also had some questions about this. This is a calendar that I have produced. Now, I've actually produced this for a special reason, which I can't reveal at the moment, but I did have some surplus ones which I took to the Great British Sampler Weekend, and those of you that watched the video showing the layout of the room and the things that we had in the little pop-up boutique spotted these. I do have some spare ones, but the problem I have is that these are very, very heavy, and I can't ship them at the £3 flat rate that we have on our website. But if you order something else from our website, then I am happy to sell you one of these and ship it, but it has to go with something else. Otherwise, it's actually costing me more than I'm receiving for the calendar. So it's full of beautiful samplers, and you know, it is really nice. A lot of those samplers on there are ones that are forthcoming for 2024. So if you are interested, you can email me, and we'll sort something out about the calendars. I don't have many spare ones, but I do have some. I have had so many questions since I showed the little needlework pouch from the Red Box Words of Wisdom and the glasses case. And I've been asked about the little sampler that is featured on the microfiber cloth, and which we took images from this, and with some clever graphic design translated it onto these products. Now, this sampler is the beautiful Mary Chokes, and this sampler was reproduced and stitched by Lisa, and Lisa did an amazing job of Mary Chokes. People have been asking me, is this available? Not yet, but it will be before the year is out. So, you know, keep an eye on my Flosstubes and my social media posts and our website, and you will see when she is announced. Beautiful sampler, and I was really thrilled with the framing on this. This frame really complements the sampler. It's a rich frame, and it's a very, very rich sampler. Okay, so what else have I got to catch up with you on? Oh, everybody who ordered fabric, and there were a lot of people that ordered fabric. Everybody's orders finally shipped. We had so many orders that we had to reorder fabric. In fact, we had to place 3 further orders for fabric. It's proved to be very, very popular. A friend of mine sent me a photograph yesterday of a quilt that she's made using the fabric. She took the panels. So here are the panels. You get a selection of samplers that you can cut out. This is what we are calling panel 12 because it has 12 samplers on. And this panel is panel 14 because you have 14 samplers on it. So she took, she cut out the individual samplers and made them into a quilt, and it looks absolutely stunning. I haven't, the photograph only came in last night, so I haven't actually got permission from her to show the photograph, but I suspect that in my next Flosstube I will be showing you a photograph of the sampler. Now, besides the panels, we actually have 6 other designs of fabric, and they're available as a metre length. The fabric comes off the roll as 1.4 metres wide, and we will sell that in a metre drop. Or if you don't need such a big piece, we are doing fat quarters. So this is Harriet Salt, and what I did, I offset Harriet, so you haven't got 2 Harriets lined up. I have offset the one so that it flows better across the fat quarter, and I wanted to get Harriet's name in twice, because I think that's a really lovely section of this sampler to use on a project bag or a pouch or a work mat. So that's Harriet. Then we have Maria. Oh, this fabric makes my heart sing. It's beautiful. Let me get her the right way up. So there's Maria. This will make a beautiful lining fabric for a project bag. So pretty. And then we have Sarah Fletcher. Let's get Sarah. Pretty sampler and pretty colours on that one. And then we have Memories. I wanted to do Memories because this has been such a popular sampler, and it's a different palette of colours. So many pretty colours in this one. Makes a nice change. A lot of our samplers have reds and greens, which I love, but Memories just gave you that sort of different and fresh palette colour. Now, this is a favourite. Dear little Mary Clayton. Very pretty. You can do a lot with that design, making things. And then we have our Christmassy one, which is Alice Tippett. Now, when I showed this the other day, I had a lot of emails asking about this little sampler. It says Sweet Home, and it's a Cornish sampler. Now, this sampler was a personal gift from me to those people who bought Letters from Europe. And that was the only sampler within that box that was not limited and exclusive to the box. Later next year, I will release Alice for others to stitch her. A friend gifted me this project bag. This is one of the samplers from a panel that we issued, taken from the panel and then inserted into a project bag. You can do so much with this fabric, and if you're not a sewer, there are a lot of people that will finish things into project bags and pouches and pin cushions. This little one, that will make a lovely little backing on a pin cushion. Okay, so cards from Letters from Europe. I've got 2 here. The first one is the beautiful Florence Mary Dickinson, and we've been seeing some fabulous finishes of Florence in our sampler years. Krista has led a year-long sale for Florence, and of course it's getting towards the end now, so we're seeing lots and lots of finishes. This one says, Dear Nicola, wishing you a belated happy 60th birthday. I apologise for my delay in writing this letter to you and hope I'm not the last of the 600 to send you a card. Thank you so much for the most beautiful red box, Letters from Europe. What an amazing box it is. The detail and love that you put into every box was just phenomenal. It was truly an amazing feeling receiving and then to open the box and unwrap each envelope, seeing the beautiful samplers, then to read your wonderful letter and then to open the presents. Wow, I just sat and pored over the box again and again, amazed by its contents. So thank you for sharing your special birthday with us. I've always loved needlework and I started cross-stitching in the 80s. I qualified as a nurse in 1987 and my time stitching did dwindle somewhat with work and family life. I've picked up and put down my cross stitch over the years, and then when I retired in 2020, just before lockdown, I picked up my cross stitch again and have not put it down since. I found you on YouTube by accident really in 2022 and was completely blown away by the love and enthusiasm you have for cross-stitching and reproducing samplers. You gave me the confidence to transition into linen, open my eyes to silks and to the pin stitch and to samplers. I can't thank you enough for what you've given me and many others too. I know that needlework and my cross stitch has literally saved my life and is helping me through a very difficult time. My husband passed away last October very suddenly, aged 62, and then this year in January I lost my dad, and in July a very dear friend. So my life has been so very difficult, and honestly I don't know what I would have done without the comfort of my needle. I will be forever grateful to you for your love and passion and Flosstubes. And she goes on to say some other things which would make me blush if I read. This is a really lovely letter, thank you so much, and I am so sorry for your losses. And you know, losing your husband and your father and a friend in a very short space of time, that leaves a huge, huge gap in your life. Thank you for writing to me. Are you coming to join us this morning? They know I'm going somewhere. When I get the suitcases out, they start to look all sad and they try to guilt me into staying. You're funny boys. Okay, this is a lovely card and it says friend, and the card is from Not Forgotten Fong. Dear Nicola, happy belated. I turned 65 this year in December and just celebrated 45 years married to my high school sweetheart. Congratulations, that's a long time. We have 2 grown children, a boy and a girl. They are both happily married and they each have little girls. I've lived in, and I'm not going to say where, but it's in the US, my entire life. My son's family lives here too, but my daughter's family lives in Alaska. I have always sewn and did crafts. I loved embroidery as a child. My mother taught me cross stitch in the 80s when we worked at Michael's. I only learned to stitch on linen last fall and had never tried one of your charts until I purchased the red box. I was fortunate to win the extra charts from you too. This is one of the ladies that got the voucher. So thank you again for those. So far I have stitched Fanny Hussey and it wasn't as difficult as I imagined. I look forward to the next one. It's always good to try. Until you try, you don't know. I think that social media is really brilliant about linking us all together, but sometimes on social media, people express that something is difficult to do, and then somebody who hasn't tried it is put off from trying it because they've heard it's difficult. What's difficult for one person might not be difficult for another. And honestly, where there is a will, there is a way. And if you believe you can, you will find a way to master something. Like there are people who have to stitch on Ada because their eyesight does not enable them or it doesn't give them the vision they need to stitch on linen. But you know, we all start on Aida. Some of us stay on Aida because that's what we are comfortable working on, but it's always good to try linen. And the first kit that came that had linen in for me was Dutch Beauty, and I looked at it, I thought, oh my god, I can't stitch on that, and I put it away. And then I did stitch on it and found that I could stitch on it. Always try, never let somebody else's fear or dislike of doing something become your fear and dislike. Try it. You might surprise yourself. In my life, I've had lots of hurdles, and trying to get past those hurdles has, you know, I've reaped so many pleasures in life by not letting something stop me. As a child, my dyslexia was a huge hurdle to get over, and I'm so glad that I persevered and had the encouragement to get past all those problems. Okay, gosh, that went off a bit, didn't it? Okay, this is a quick one today. I really want to devote today to Ray and the boys because it's the last day I'm going to be home for quite some time. It's really surprising because we live so far from the airport. It's like a day's travelling to get up to Heathrow, then it's a day travelling to New York, then it's a day travelling up to Rochester, and coming home, you know, you have to get down from Rochester to New York, and then you have to get from New York to London. And when you get in the morning from an overnight flight, I'm always too tired to drive, you know, 6 hours on a motorway by myself. I think if I was sort of sharing the journey with somebody else where we could talk, I would do it, but I always need to flop when I get off the aeroplane and have a good sleep before I drive back. So it's actually going to be, I leave Monday, then the following week on the Thursday is when I'm home. It makes it quite a long trip, but it's so enjoyable. I can't wait to see everybody. I know there's a few people that aren't attending but are coming to spend some time with me whilst I'm there. And you know, if you live in that area and aren't attending the workshop, and you know, you want to have a coffee on the Thursday we're going to be shopping, and we can't wait to shop. But on the Friday in the morning, I will be around the Woodcliff, and if you would like to pop in and see me, have a coffee, I'd love to meet you. I love meeting people. I love talking about needlework. So, you know, I can be contacted via email on the Hands Across the Sea Samplers website, or on Facebook Messenger. I'm not very good on Instagram Messenger. And talking about Instagram, last night, Rebecca Scott and Trisha gave had a live video where they gave a guided tour of some of the objects in Whitney's latest exhibition. Now, if you missed it last night, you can still watch it. If you go onto Instagram, Whitney's Antiques page looks like that, and there are the two videos. So you start with this one, and then they did run into some sound issues, so they had to stop this video and restart. So that's the second one. Well worth watching. And if you haven't got you haven't ordered one of their exhibition catalogues, every catalogue that Whitney has issued from the very beginning, where they were little small booklets in black and white, to the last year where it was a great big chunky exhibition book. Every year they've got better and better, and this year it's a beautiful hardback exhibition book, well worth getting. I have exhibition books all over the house. I've got them by my sewing chair, I've got them in the bookcase, I've got them on my desk, I've got them on my bedside table. So I always tend to buy a couple. I always buy a few of the very, very important needlework books, because you never know when you need to sort of find some information or you think of something. Gosh, I am rambling now. Okay, until next time, which will be in 2 weeks' time, stay safe, stay well. Bye-bye.